can't wait to talk to you about this show. I watched a couple of episodes. Amazing. I saw you portray your character. So I need to know all the tea. Give me everything. How did you come across this role? What was it like?
So my agent got me an audition for it. I auditioned. I'm like, yeah, I look like Saff a bit. I love like when I watched Tiger King, Saff was obviously my favorite because I'm like, oh, automatically because person of color and like queer. I'm like, that's the character I'm rooting for, 100%. And then I saw the audition in my inbox and I'm like, hell yeah. So I did a self tape. I got a call back. The director Justin gave me a bunch of notes like, hey, you do it this way, do it screaming. And I'm like, cool. And I did it. And then I think it took like 2 or 3 weeks after that. And then I heard I got it. And I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever.
I
And
can I can only imagine because you're working with some big names and
yeah.
I'm watching the show and it's so good. It's so good. And it touches on, a lot of the stuff that, you see on Netflix as well.
Mhm.
What was it like? Did you watch the Netflix documentary
Yeah, I watched it
before?
in like 2020 when we were all locked in our houses. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was
And
like,
so,
this is a crazy train wreck. I can't take my eyes off it, basically. I like binged it in one evening, I think.
oh, same here, same
Yeah.
here, both seasons. And
Mhm.
as I was watching the show, I saw what I really liked about the show is you see some really cool backstories
Mhm.
with both Joe and Carole. And it seems like it resonated well with the audience because I'm checking Rotten Tomatoes and the show has an 89%
Oh, good.
score. Did you see that coming? Did you see this show being such a success?
I I hoped it would be 100%, but there's always like you read stuff online and people are like, "Oh, people are over Tiger King," but like I'm like we're like the writing is really good, the acting is amazing. Not just speaking for myself, I mean like everyone's acting is amazing. And I'm like, "No, this is good. Like I this should be big hopefully." But I have anxiety, so you never my brain
You
goes multiple places.
you do such an amazing job portraying your character.
Thank
And
you.
speaking of your character, how did you prepare? Like, were you able to meet staff
No,
or
I wasn't. I wish I could have. That would be really cool. But basically, I just like trolled YouTube for any videos of Saff at all to try and get like his voice down and like his mannerisms and like just trying to get that like really chilled out vibe. Just research.
yeah, you do, like I said, you do a phenomenal job portraying him. Um, so I noticed that the tigers are CGI. And
Mhm.
so I read that Carole Baskin, she requested that instead of you guys using real tigers,
Mhm.
use CGI tigers. Has she responded to the show at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
Mhm.
But I think she was portrayed very favorably in the show, so I hope she likes it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I noticed that. Yeah, I noticed that. And like I said, I really loved her backstory. And
Mhm.
speaking of Carol, the person who portrays her, Kate McKinnon, amazing
Awesome.
job.
She's so awesome. Yeah.
Amazing job. What was it like working with Kate and what was it like working with John Cameron Mitchell?
I never got to like work directly with Kate because we aren't in scenes together. I just met her
Mhm.
one time. Like it was my last day. I was about to go back to Canada. And like she was there like getting her wardrobe done and like we chatted for a bit and I was just like fanboying all over the place, like, oh my God, you're awesome. And and then John is all like super cool to work with. I love him. He's so good. Like he looks just like Joe and sounds just like Joe. Yeah, it was really fun. Like everyone on the cast, it was amazing to work with them.
Yeah, they both do such a good job at these characters. And I'm watching this and I'm like, I completely forget that, this is Kate McKinnon right here. I'm
Mhm.
really thinking I'm watching Carole Baskin, which
Yeah.
is it's crazy. It's insane. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Hmm.
So has Joe responded? What at all? I know he's, you know, locked away, but has
Yeah,
he
yeah.
sent the response out?
I don't know if I should say. I think he posted something on Instagram about
Really?
about John making him look like too queer or something, and I'm like, But you are queer. What do you mean?
Huh.
Yeah.
That is very, how did I miss that? That is so interesting. Wow. Okay. That's very interesting. Well, because like I say, like the show portrays them very well.
Yeah,
And
like this makes Joe look better than he is too. Yeah.
And I was reading that this is actually supposed to cover what was a podcast? It's a podcast, right?
Yeah, the Wondery
Part
podcast.
2 of a
Yeah.
podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So will there be a season 2, or is this more of a limited series? Or do you know?
It's a limited series, so I don't think there will be any more. I mean, I would love it if there was, but yeah, as far as I know, there won't be.
Okay, well, like I said, you did such an amazing job.
Thank
Congratulations.
You. Thank you.
What else are you working on? Like, what else can we expect to see you on?
Right now I'm auditioning, I cosplay, and I have some things in the works that I'm not supposed to talk about, but yeah.
Nice.
Basically just focusing on hobbies and making
that's awesome.
Costumes. Yeah.
I can't wait to see more of you. Let's binge about it. So what are you watching? Are you watching anything right now that you want to like tell your fans about?
Okay, I like things that are relaxing because I think I mentioned I have anxiety. So I like things that are relaxing, background music, so I don't feel so alone in my house. So I've been watching The Great Canadian Baking Show.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just like very soothing.
Are you a big fan of like cooking?
I do bake. I don't cook that much, but I do bake. Not well, but I like to do it. Yeah.
You know what's so funny? I'm the same way. I love to cook, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not the best cook, but I like to do it, and I think it tastes good.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Exactly. Well, Lex, thank you so much for coming on. Why don't you tell your fans where they can follow you on social media?
I am at Lex Mayson on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Twitter. And yeah.
Awesome.
You'll see all my weeb stuff.
I'm sure they'll love it. Well, Lex, thank you again. And thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Let's Binge About It. I'm Benny Adams. You can find me on all social media at Benny J. Adams. And I will see you guys next time.